WYPA Up Radio with MC8. Steele and Big James has taken over the radio station.
Well, all right, y'all. All across the USC, Compton, Watts, Bay to LA, Pomona, California, from valley to valley, we represent that killer Cali. So if you keeping it real on your side of your town, you tune in to Gangsta Chronicles. Gangsta Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes. If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. Gangsta Chronicles, this is not your average show. You're now tuned into the real MC8, Big James, and Big Steele. This is strictly from the streets. Hello. We represent the James.
People seeing Sammy and when they hear your name, they, automatically think of this monster. But sitting there listening to you, you helped a lot of people, even with being Sammy the Bull. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, where's the bad guy at? I want to talk to the bad Sammy. Well, right. Let's get going.
Call me a motherfucker. It's call me call me a Greek boy.
When you say my thing is, but when you say that was the way that y'all had it back then, was like the power of the respect and the mouthpiece to negotiate was better than the power of the pistol for the way?
Oh, absolutely. Listen, when you got certain powers and you use your head, look what Norman's doing, bro. I don't know the hole in the wall, but I hear it about him.
Right.
All over the place.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. And you guys. But if you use your head, I'm talking to these kids, not you personally, but if you use your head and you do things, you can make money. Listen, people love people who got balls and brains together. They'll love you even more. People will fear you because you're nasty and you got balls and you're using it in a fucked up way.
Right.
But if you use your balls and brains in a positive way, they will not only still fear you, but they'll love you. The hardest combination to get is when a guy loves, fears, and respects you. It's a hard combination. I met with Mark Wahlberg. I met with him. I said, Mark, and he's the greatest guy. I really like Mark Wahlberg a lot. I said, how the fuck do you do this? What? Every time I go to a doctor, a nurse, oh, you know Mark Wahlberg? I said, every woman in the country wants to bang you, and every guy wants to beat you.
Right.
How do you get those two groups to love you at the same time?
Right.
And he's a perfect example. He was a bad boy growing up. I hope I don't get in trouble with Mark, but he was a bad boy growing up. Then he rapped. Then he did something else. Then he did movies. Rest is history. And he's a great guy.
Right.
So you can use those things. Norm's example, your example, the people in this room. I mean, I get some of these people in Hollywood, I don't get a reception like this.
Right.
I mean, and they're white. I don't get that. He's an uneducated thug.
Right.
You guys are doing the right thing. I hope your show takes off and it goes triple what it is.
Right.
If that's possible, because it's really going.
Me, for one, I mean, I'm like wow, listening to you, because I grew up just like that. I thought being the bad guy was the right way.
Right. Now
that I'm older, I see being a good guy. I get more out of being honest about myself and about the way I live, and I'm reaping the benefits from it. Mm-hmm. And I just, being humble, ain't nothing wrong with it.
No.
It don't make you a weenie. It don't make you this punk. And man, your life inspires mine, because I'm listening to you and I'm like, damn, that's what I did. Like, I used to tell the guys in the motorcycle club, I ain't gonna do nothing that I ain't gonna ask you to do nothing that I haven't done. I'm the boss. I'm taking off first. You know what I'm saying? If I don't fight, we don't have to. So I'm listening to you and it's like, wow. I mean, maybe all of our life is pretty much the same thing because history repeats itself. And wow, your story is...
We ought to see. We have people like Ralph Spiro trying to put me down to get ahead. I'm like a step ladder. He wants to step on me to get ahead. We have people doing that right now.
Right.
I see society right now.
Oh, don't I know?
I look at society and I see things that are going on, and all of these things trying to make one race against the other. To me, I'm a street thug. I'm a gangster. I see it. It's so clear to me. Maybe to other people, they don't see it. I see it. They want people, black and white people, to hate each other and fight. And everything is racism today. Why? I look at it. Why? Where'd they get that from? I know a gazillion black guys who are doing great. Sports people, singers, entertainers, hip hop took over the fucking whole music industry. Why are they doing that? Same fucking thing, to have us fight, hold us the fuck down while these liberal elites fucking wind up with all the cash and we're not looking at them because we're busy fighting.
Exactly.
Yeah, busy bickering amongst each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've heard you mention hip hop a couple of times, and that's the thing. Like I said, gangsterism has influenced the whole world, right? And H, you being a major rapper, major figure, pioneer now, you know, source in the hip hop industry. You remember back in the 90s when everybody started naming themselves after Italian mobsters. Mobsters, you had a million Gottis around. You had a million Capones. You know what I mean? They were named after these notorious gangsters. How did you guys feel when the Italian Mafia looking at this rise for all these rappers naming themselves Gotti and all this other stuff?
Well, for me, it didn't bother me. I heard my name in a couple of hip hop songs. I don't follow hip hop too much. When I worked out, I love that beat. To work out, there's no better music to me to work out. I mean, I'm not going to be hip hopping around all over the place, especially at my age. But that beat motivates me when I work out. You know, when I was young, my son and my daughter know these people. Wu-Tang. Ever hear of Wu-Tang?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay, Wu-Tang knew them. And somebody had come to me, my daughter, son, somebody, and said, you know, you can get involved with them doing what? Hip-hop music or whatever they were making back then. I think they were the original almost. I said, no, what a fucking mistake I made. I made $80 trillion. I wanted to kick myself in the ass 400,000 times. Wow. But so they were around and they were right from my neighborhood. I believe they were right from Coney Island.
Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah. So they were right from Coney Island. That's what I'm saying. So all this bullshit that we didn't get along or... Of course there was arguments and fights. There always is. But it wasn't that racial. We're gonna go get black people like they're making it now. That didn't happen. Not to me.
You know, because the Italian mob was heavily involved in the music industry back then, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
To what extent, how much control do you think that they had in the industry?
They had tremendous control. They had these music stations, what the hell was his name? Something Freed or something. And they could get your record played on their music station. You know, so they had connects all over the place.
So you guys control radio and the record industry. I think in a lot of ways it probably still is a lot of control because those contracts they're giving these kids now.
It's always been like that as far as the music business is concerned. You know, we didn't control a lot of stuff back in the days as far as the record business, publishing and royalties and all that stuff. So you heard me speak on that a lot about what was owned as far as masters and who would do whatever. You could do a record deal and only get 2% of the record and you did everything. I mean, that was just the times it was in. And today it's still going on like that. You see people getting into these 360 deals where I'll advance you a little money, but I'm going to take 95% ownership, you know, so.
Right.
I don't think nothing has changed to this day.
It's different hands. But that's always the way.
James said, no way.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah, but it should be like
you
that.
know what? And I keep saying that you guys are kindred spirits because I'm listening to your story. I'm like, that sounds like some shit James would say.
Exactly.
You know, that sounds like some stuff he would say. And I noticed you said in one of your things, you go everywhere. You always had your gun with you, right?
The first time out, yeah, I did. I always had it. The first time out. Not anymore. The times have changed. When I got out in 95, the early part of 96, yeah, I was healed all the time, because the times were different. They were going to come. I knew they were going to come, but I was ready.
Right.
And I was just going to, we'll end it in the street. We'll do it. But now the times are completely different. A lot of guys say the mafia, they don't kill people no more. They don't do a lot of things. So what happens? And now I know a lot of cops and FBI agents. I knew them. I actually became friends with them. Some of them are good guys. Some of them are not. But what they said is that when you don't commit vicious crimes, there are squads that are working on you and your gang and whoever it may be. They go down. They focus on the worst of the worst. So M13, they're killing people like they were confetti for no reason at all. I like your bike, they kill you. Mm-hmm. So the FBI now takes those agents that are working on you, I'm not saying you personally, but you, and they put them on them. So go ahead, go kill them for a bike, enjoy yourself.
Yeah, basically Sammy ain't a threat no more. Let's spend this energy, this money on him because they're doing the violent crimes.
Right.
So let's focus on them.
Right. So you're smart in a way. The mafia is backed away from, you don't see like it. When I was younger and even before I went away, it was like the Jesse James days. There was fucking bodies everywhere, every time you turn around. So when you stop that, you're not going to take that kind of heat. And then you're not going to get, through the years, the sentences, you're going to get life without parole, 30 years, 50 years, 100 years. You're finished.
Finally get